Hi, I'm Rex. I'm new to this channel, and today I'm going to be talking about Patrick Rothfuss's Name of the Wind and Silent Things and Wise Man's Fear, because these are the books that are currently out for the Kingkiller Chronicle. Hope I said that right. The exciting news is, after years and years of waiting, fans are finally going to get book 3, the last part, and that is out in August, I think on the 20th of 2020. So lots of 20s going on there, but it's great news for all of us that have been waiting a very, very, very long time for this book to come out. So if you're already a fan, you're probably already excited and don't need my review. And if you're not a fan, but you like fantasy, or maybe if you're slightly sci-fi and occasionally dabble in fantasy, or if you're completely new to the genre, Kingkiller is a great place to start. Namely because Patrick Rothfuss's writing is beautiful. He's not your sort of quick, easy read, but everything is so beautifully constructed. The character development is fantastic. It takes its time with the pace. So you really could get immersed into the world that the main character, Quoth, lives in, and you follow his life as he recounts it to you. Now, each book is recounted over a day, so each book is him retelling his life over 3 particular days. We're not quite sure, as people who've already read the book, what's going to happen in the final day, but you know he's not got long to tell you that story, and that's why he set this time limit. So book 1 is the first day, we meet Quoth. We don't actually know who he is at that point. It's not till he sits down and starts to tell us the story that we get an idea that he's quite interesting and quite important, and there's something in his past that was big, but we don't know what that is yet. And he's recounting his childhood and how he ended up at university and how he goes from being essentially nothing to mixing with quite influential people in the world that he lives in. And you get an idea for the world building and the magic system, or is it quite magic? We're not quite sure. And then it sort of teases you a lot in book 1, but really gets you in. And then book 2, he kind of explores the world. He goes further out. He meets more people. That was one of my cats. And you get embroiled into his story, and part of it is a love story, and part of it is that he's this amazing musician, and part of it's that he's an orphan and he's finding his way in the world, and another part is this sort of element of magic that's woven through but doesn't overtake the story. But it's all full of intrigue, and it's all wonderfully interesting, and it's all beautifully written. I'm probably not selling it as well as I could be, because I'm doing this on without a script and on the fly. But if you haven't read them, read them. I will warn you, the first 40 pages are a little bit slow. You're kind of like, where is this going? Not quite sure what's happening. What the hell is attacking them? You don't know. But once he sits down and he starts telling you, the intrigue begins, and as it progresses, you get more and more embroiled into what's happening, and you really don't know where he's going to go next. You have this idea, especially in book 2, of, he's going to end up back at the university at some point, and you feel like most of the main characters through book 2 are introduced, but we're really not sure what's going to happen in book 3 and why it's called the Kingkiller Chronicle. There's so many thoughts and stories online about what that could mean and what the implications are, but you've got plenty of time until August. The books are large. They're not quite Brandon Sanderson large, but they're big. But there's plenty of time for you to read the 2 main books, which is The Name of the Wind is book 1, and then what's book 2 again? Wise Man's Fear is book 2, and you've got a small novella about one of the side characters, which is really sweet and lovely, called Silent Things, and I think you can get them all on Kindle if you're so inclined. They're all out in paperback, so a little bit cheaper than the big hardbacks. Yeah, get reading. They're wonderful.